SentryWorld entrance. The inn to the right.
Is this where we're staying?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Number one priority is providing an outstanding experience for every person who steps foot on this golf course.
my name is Claire Rogers.
My name is Kerr-Dineen.
My name's Dylan Dethier, and we are at SentryWorld in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. We flew into Chicago, and the fact that we could all come from different corners of the US, arrive in Chicago, drive up and be here in 3 hours, it's really a pretty easy experience.
My first impressions of SentryWorld were extremely positive. We got here mid to late afternoon, and a lot of people noticed like the little design things about courses, but I immediately noticed, you know, the inn that we were staying at was awesome.
I think SentryWorld is the perfect place to come if you want to play 18 holes in a day and then relax. Here you can get a full golf test and a relaxing experience all in one. So you actually feel like you're on vacation.
We're trying to provide a really unique golf experience here, something different than what people experience even at other, top-end facilities. So we really want this golf course, the conditioning, to be a star of the show, and it is. It's somewhere that we want people to compare as one of the best conditioned golf courses they've ever played. It doesn't seem like it should be that tough of a course, but it just has a way of jumping up and biting you, that's for sure. I think most players are going to shoot above their handicap here.
So one thing I would suggest to anybody taking a buddies trip is to try to sneak in an evening 9 holes on your first day on property. You're not going to play your best golf, but you are going to shake off some rust, you're going to get a sense of the rough and the green speed, and then you're going to be ready to go the following morning.
All right, forward and in play.
Really the goal on the first swing of the day.
All right, I'm giving Luke 3 shots on the front 9. He just hit one of the many beautiful trees out here.
The scary shot to hit is the 3rd one of the day.
Wow.
These things are slippery.
Thank you. 1 up. If you just cut a little shorter, this could be a putting green.
The conditioning of the golf course is a premium. Every blade of grass matters. Every little detail that we can do, we do. Any kind of technology that we can get our hands on, we get our hands on and install. So we're very forward in trying to perfect the golf course conditioning.
So I think what separates SentryWorld is the conditioning of the place. I mean, truly, it's like pristine. I mean, the greens are not just rolling really fast, but they're rolling really true. They really are meticulous in taking care of this place. The rough itself is like quite lush. It's not overly long, but it's punishing if you hit into it just because of the way it's conditioned. And then the fairways are just like immaculate. I mean, truly, like, I think they really hang their hat on making sure this place is in tip-top shape. And quite frankly, like, this place could host a tournament tomorrow the way it's conditioned.
Oh my gosh, guys, look at all this. Oh my goodness.
It's literally all free. You can just
Feeling very
eat all you want, drink all you want.
Look at this.
You got a bar.
It's like, kind of overwhelming.
It is overwhelming. A lot of golf resorts, golf destinations, it feels like they're nickel and diming you at every turn. It's like a bottle of water costs X. There's a drink that costs X. Here, yeah, you pay a couple $100 for the round up front, but what gets included in that is this ability to just relax, to have whatever you want, to pick up a snack or a drink, depending on how the round is going. And I think that's the sort of thing that goes a long way in a golfer's experience. So, I mean, I think that's really smart by them.
Our next tip really, is to go somewhere with great amenities, because I've never had, I've had an ice cream bar at the turn before, but never pre-scooped ice cream, tons of flavor options, just out on the course. And this room really has it all, would you say? With toppings too, we got some.
What do you?
So this is mint grasshopper.
Oreo grasshopper.
Oh, sorry, but it has a mint something in it. Oreo grasshopper.
It is mint.
Oh.
That's the flavor.
Oh, Oreo grasshopper with pieces of Reese's peanut butter cups, or Reese's, depending on where you're from. But cheers, guys.
Cheers. I have an extended tip.
All right, so we got the old Golf Logics app pulled up. So there's a snaking hazard here, cuts diagonally across the fairway. So you can clear it if you hug the left side, about 225 yards, but it gets longer the further right you go, all the way to 274 on the right side.
And it's getting a little dark.
This is why you get a rep in early, so you know the ins and outs of the course.
Tip number 5-ish. Chase daylight, find a sunset. All right, gang.
8:57 and we're just walking off. It's a good summer night.
That means what? We checked off the box and chasing sunset, snuck in 9 holes, warmed up for tomorrow, got maybe most of the bad shots out.
Got a good look at the course.
We got to scout the front 9.
Got some snacks.
Tomorrow, it's on.
So another key tip is to get a nice, delicious breakfast your first full morning
You
here.
guys already go to the refreshment station?
I was gonna get you one, but
Holy cow, what's this?
Got a little breakfast burrito situation. Gonna fuel us up for the day. About to do a warm up. And Claire, what's the review?
10 out of 10. I've had a lot of these on the road, I would say.
Easy grader.
No, I've had a lot of these on the road traveling, but it's always like, all right, grab it and go. I feel like we have a lot of time this morning. Tee times are spread out. We're gonna get a nice warm up in and we can enjoy breakfast.
Guys, I even stretched this morning.
Oh shoot.
Not to brag. Went to the gym for about 12 minutes.
Are you serious?
Ready to rock and roll. Oh, and look at that. All right, warming up tip. Honestly, the simplest one is just like, do it. Leave a few minutes to actually hit a few balls. So often people just rush out of bed, straight to the first tee. Even if you swing for like 10 minutes, you're gonna feel so much better when you actually hit your first shot of the day and it counts. All right, fellas. Me and Luke are gonna take on the tippy tips today. Starting on the 611 yard 10th hole. Luke, it goes to about 7,400 and I mean, this is gonna be where the US Senior Open plays from next year. So, let's see if a 33-year-old and a 30-year-old can hang with the 50-plus-year-olds. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna give Luke 3 shots per side. We're playing for dinner. Competition's fierce.
So it's important for me to play well at SentryWorld because I was playing a match with my colleague Dylan Dethier. So, you know, a little bit of stakes on the old round here. As far as the match itself sort of progressed, we were sort of neck and neck most of the front 9. Towards the latter part of our front 9, which was actually the back 9, I got about a 2-shot lead. And I think the real momentum shifter came in the early part of our back 9, which was actually the front 9. You know, I had a work call I had to take, which I was a little bummed about because I was actually playing quite well on the front 9, and you know, real life sort of caught up with me for 3 holes there. I could feel Dylan sense a bit of an opportunity.
Luke is 2 up at the turn, but he just had to hop on a work call. Major tip, never take a work call on the golf course, at least during a buddy's trip, because it's just gonna screw you up. Put that out of office on, always.
Just gotta get through this whole work call, be done by then. I think I can fully focus on ending Dylan's chances here.
This is a hard golf course. Right now, Luke's 1 over par through 10 holes. He's basically pitching a perfect game. If I wasn't in a match against him, I wouldn't want to talk about it, but now I really want to talk about it, kind of make sure he earns it. Oh, it's brutal. I think that could be the match right there. In reality, Luke played fantastic golf. His short game was probably the best I've ever seen it. He got up and down from some tricky spots. He was a tough competitor. I think in reality, if we'd played straight up, it would have been a really close match. So the fact that I was giving away a few shots, I got down in the middle of the round and then just never could quite claw back.
Hey, you know, it's a really well played match by you, Luke.
Bravo, yeah.
You know, if I could lose to anyone, probably wouldn't be you, but
Hey, you earned it nonetheless.
So concluded with a thrilling victory for the good guys. Had to put Dylan away. You know, known as the best golfer at Golf.com and Golf Magazine, it's always one to, you know, issue a good thrashing just to make sure he's keeping his own expectations managed.
well done.
Nice.
Good class.
Class. So unfortunately for Dylan, I had to put him away nice and early. But now the question remains, what should you do for the remainder of the holes? In my opinion, I would just take a breather. You've got another round coming up tomorrow. Just kind of enjoy the course and don't gloat too much because you don't want him in a bad mood for tomorrow. You want to leave him some hope. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of disagree because, Luke, I want, as your friend, even though you treated me this way, I really want you to kind of bear down, buckle down, and play a couple nice holes coming in.
Oh yeah, I want to play the nice holes, but I want to enjoy the holes. I want to enjoy the victory. Wave to the crowd.
The course is hard, but I'm making it harder by not having played in a while. We had been on par watch for a long time, considering we played. Well, par watch didn't start, let's be fair, until the second 9 today. I mean, mentally, I realized I hadn't made a single par yet. So it kind of gave me a goal. I knew I wasn't going to be able to kind of compete in the match with you guys today just because my game is not in a great spot, but I was like, let's make a par here. There were a couple of 3 putts in a row that kept me from doing that, and then when it finally happened on 17, I was like, I deserve the ice cream I'm about to go have in the refreshment area, and it was good. They said it couldn't be done. On the 17th hole of the day, we made our first par.
How does it feel?
It's huge. You know, sometimes you have to adjust your expectations when you come on trips like this if you're not hitting it the way you thought you would be or would like to be. So that's what we did, and I got it done. So feeling really good about this.
What's next for you?
Lunch on the boys, probably. The 16th flower hole here at SentryWorld is kind of insane. It's like an Instagram girl's dream, or really anyone's dream who's looking for like a scenic spot to take a photo, or really just experience. You go up to the tee box and just, you can see the green, but you can also see a ton of flowers and like surrounding the green, kind of going up on like the sides of the fairway, all different colors. It's really beautiful. One more tip, when you're out on the course, find a scenic hole that you can kind of pause, take a minute, and also take a nice photo with you and your group that you'll have for years to come.
Kind of an obvious choice on this course, huh?
Lots of flowers. I'm just gonna pose here for a minute so that everyone can get their photos. Dylan wants to stop and smell the flowers, I believe he said. So there's a lot to see here, and it's really unique to the course. My favorite part about SentryWorld, besides like all the great food and inclusive stuff, is how you really feel like you're almost alone on the golf course. Even though it is crowded, there are 20 minutes in between tee times, so I felt like I was enjoying just like a solo round with my friends, like that we weren't, you know, no one was hitting into us. We didn't have to wait on tee boxes or anything. You're just kind of like, all right, we're here, and it's kind of our own, we own it right now.
I think the appeal of SentryWorld is that it's a bit more of a different speed somewhat. You know, you can play the same course multiple times, you can get comfortable with it, you can enjoy the sort of unlimited refreshments, you can take a cart, you can enjoy really pristine conditioning, a pretty golf course, a challenging golf course. And so you're not really like operating on this speed of rushing around trying to squeeze it all in. It's a bit more catered towards you, which I think is quite a refreshing like mental break for a golf trip that I think is appealing to a whole lot of people.
The fact that SentryWorld is connected to Sentry, the insurance company, means they don't have to like make a buck off you at every corner of the experience. And so I think what makes SentryWorld different is the experience. They have 20 minutes in between tee times, which is a total game changer. They have these refreshment stations, which are, I mean, any kid's dream, I was going to say, but really any adult golfer's dream also. They can afford to just have fewer people come through and focus on the experience of those people. So I think we were definitely beneficiaries of that.